Hey guys, welcome to the show. So tonight, no music. I've got new software. It's called um Ableton Live 11, and I got a MPK 225 professional Akai MIDI controller. So I've been figuring out how to work that. And so that's why there's no music. Um, But anyway, I'm gonna be figuring this software out, and um, anybody that else would be interested in this equipment, if you do get it, you also want to go to this guy's channel, Tatro, Taetro, and he's got a whole section on how to set this thing up, what to do with it, because it's not simple. It's complicated. But it's really cool. It's got a lot of features and stuff. To be honest with you, man, like you can hit your instrument rack, and there's just so much. I mean, I can't give you a number or anything like that, but I mean, it has every instrument under the sun that you could think of making. It's got 8 pads on it, which is really cool. Um, and I really like it. Um, Now I got something like piano. That's pretty cool. See? Anyway, so I don't really know where I'm going with the show yet, but I just kind of wanted to tell you guys what was going on and everything. I'm super excited to get into new beat making software, new equipment, and get my hands on it and really figure it out. I'll say it's probably gonna take a while, but it's understandable. Um, you know, so let's see what we can't find in the realm of maybe cryptids, UFOs, and politics. We'll see which one we can find. Okay, guys. So if you don't know the channel that we're gonna watch, the name of it is Classified Captures. It is bananas. Um, so I guess we'll just do a reaction video to Classified Captures. So this is probably fixing to get real good. Uh, let's throw it over the reaction camera and let's roll. Here we go.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Classified Captures. This episode is nothing but exciting and is filled with episodes that we have never featured before. Ready? Let's jump right into it.
Ooh.
Do skinwalkers commonly take the forms of dogs?
What? Look at that.
What would you do if you entered your compound and found a dog in your home, especially when no one owns it?
Oh my god. What is that? What was that dog doing, y'all? Look at his face. Look at his smile.
You'd freak out, right? That's exactly what happened to the individual in this capture you're seeing. Now, this isn't why we are starting today's episode with this very one. Our reason involves a skinwalker. Would you believe me if I told you that skinwalkers are rumored to take the forms of dogs? In the place where this image was taken, skinwalkers are common according to the natives, and they like to take the form of dogs since everyone owns one or at least feeds a stray. Taking this form is safer for them as no one would suspect a thing. There are times, however, when they want you to know they're skinwalkers, probably to threaten you. The uploader of the footage believes this is one such time, which is why she never entered the apartment until help came. Once help came, they entered the apartment and found nothing. At least that's how the story goes.
Okay, so did you hear that? The lady wouldn't go in the apartment because she saw it, but when she finally decided to go in, there was nothing there. I mean, that's pretty creepy. What the fuck? Look at that.
What do you think?
I don't know what to think.
Still on things that look like dogs but are not, take a look at this next footage. What do you see? All who saw it initially believed we were dealing with an abnormally large dog, but it turns out it's nothing more than a pig. Has anyone seen a pig like this before? Can you tell or guess its exact species? If you can, please leave it in the comments section for us. We've got something special for the best response.
It's Man Bear Pig from South Park.
Now, we know that by seeing this footage, you're already confused and wondering what that is. Would you believe me if I told you that the uploader of the footage believes it's human? According to the uploader, this is a 30-centimeter human being that was discovered in the city of Ilam, Kurdistan.
Oh shit, man, that's somebody's hair tied together with some hair. Look, they cut their hair off. They wrapped some hair around it, and then they stuck a bug in it.
Now, the original post was in Arabic, and we tried our best to get translations of it, yet there was not much we could gather other than the fact that we were looking at a 30-centimeter human being. While information and news about occurrences happening inside Iran is scarce, I doubt a discovery like this could be kept under wraps if it was true.
Look, I didn't see that, guys. Look, it's got little legs.
But then again, those are just my thoughts. What are yours? Please share in the comments section.
Oh, it moved. What was that? That is weird. That was weird. This stuff really starts to get good after the first couple. It does.
Here's a fascinating discovery shared by a Reddit user. Two adventurous souls deep into exploring a collapsed cave stumbled upon a mysterious pile of rocks. With curiosity as their guide, they decided to unveil the secrets hidden beneath. As the rocks shifted, an unexpected sight met their eyes, a strange face peering back at them from the darkness, only to retreat into the shadows. The men, now with their lights illuminating the unknown, captured the entire encounter on film. The intriguing part, in the heart of the moment, one of them can be heard shouting "Jinn," an Arabic term often associated with demons or evil spirits. But let's think about something here. If that's a jinn, a demonic spirit with power and all the kinds of things we've heard, how is it trapped in the ground?
That's a person with mud all over his face.
Next, we have another cave expedition with a mysterious twist. Let's dive into the intrigue.
Okay, this is supposed to be Bigfoot.
Venturing into the depths of a cave can lead to unexpected encounters, and this footage shared by a group of explorers proves just that. In the shadows of the cavern, a peculiar being emerges, a figure draped in dark robes with a ghostly pale face. The tension in the air is palpable as the men in the footage react with a mix of fear and fascination, their whispers and shushing underscoring the eerie ambience. Now, one can't help but wonder, is this yet another encounter with a jinn? What's your take on this encounter? Could it be a guardian spirit, a trick of shadows, or something beyond the realms of our understanding?
Those guys were out there, what do they call that? Why are they out there digging like that? What do they call that? Where they robbed the antiquities and stuff? That's what they were doing before they got caught there. I'm going to have to pause it real quick. I'll be right back, guys. Okay, guys, let's jump back in. See what we here.
Share your thoughts. This picture was taken by a backpacker, and let me provide you with a little backstory on what you were seeing
a dead clown?
A girl and her friend had gone backpacking on a trail in the mountains. As night fell, they grew tired and decided to camp on the side of the trail. After setting up their tents, they went to sleep. However, in the early morning around 5 a.m., the girls were abruptly awakened by footsteps signaling the presence of an intruder. One of the girls felt the footsteps stop right in front of their tent, prompting her to unzip and confront the intruder.
So what was he pointing at here? I don't understand. Let's go back. Maybe you guys heard it, but I didn't understand what he was pointing at.
On what you were seeing here. A girl and her friend had gone backpacking on a trail in the mountains. As night fell, they grew tired and decided to camp on the side of the trail. After setting up their tents, they went to sleep. However, in the early morning around 5 a.m., the girls were abruptly awakened by footsteps signaling the presence of an intruder.
Okay.
One of the girls felt the footsteps stop right in front of their tent, prompting her to unzip and confront the intruder. To their surprise, it was a man.
Footsteps come up on the tent, and it was right in front of their tent, so she unzipped it, and then she saw a man
Who appeared disorientated. When asked about his intentions, he mumbled that he was looking for his friends. The girl sternly told him off and retreated into her tent, hoping the strange man would leave.
Oh,
When the
that's
girls
creepy,
woke
y'all.
up the next morning, they saw the man sleeping on the ground beside their tent, having spent the night in the open. The girl then captured a picture of him. The man woke up, took his backpack, and left. Weird, don't you think? Could it have been a homeless man? Is someone trying to hurt
He
them,
may be
or a spirit
wasted.
of the
I don't
forest?
know. That's weird. I mean, he looks like he's dressed like a clown.
Picture this. You're settling into your car, keys in hand, ready to kick off your day. Suddenly, your attention is drawn to a peculiar sight squirming its way out of an air conditioning vent. Now stop imagining. Take a look.
Okay, we saw this on the
A quick-witted
incoming.
car owner caught this bizarre moment on camera. A creature with claws and a curious pinkish appendage emerging through the vents. Say hello to the star-nosed mole, aka the mysterious and freakish-looking visitor.
Ooh.
Its distinctive features can offset even the most ironclad of stomachs. If its visit to the man's car serves any purpose, it's a reminder that even in the mundane spaces of our daily lives, nature can surprise us with its unique.
Because it don't have no eyes, it has to have them feelers to feel around in the ground. That's what that is.
And unexpected inhabitants. Who knew your car's AC system could become an entrance for the denizens of the underground world? Imagine checking your trail camera expecting the usual wildlife snapshots only to be met with a mysterious creature that defies explanation.
What?
This photo reveals a towering
What?
figure standing at least 7 feet tall, draped in dark fur and unmistakably humanoid. The creature's face, a curious blend of ape-like features with a human
Y'all.
nose, raises eyebrows and stirs the imagination. Is it possible this is a genuine encounter with the elusive
Look
Sasquatch?
at its hand. Look at its arm. That's its wrist right there, guys. So its arm reaches all the way down to its knee, and then its hand's this long. Like, put your hand near your kneecap. It's not going to look like that. Your arm ain't going to reach that far. And like he said, this thing is 7 feet tall. I don't know, guys. I mean, look at the muscle definition in the leg. You guys think this is actually real? That this might be a real one? See, that's the thing about this channel here. That's why I love it so much. Is that you'll get some funny, goofy stuff, and then you'll get some stuff that you just can't explain. Like this.
Or is there room for skepticism, with some suggesting a potential hoax involving a person in an elaborate costume? Personally, I'm tempted to believe it could be a hoax unless there's some explanation for how the creature's fur looks like it just walked out of the dry cleaners when it actually lives in a place that leaves fur dirty and matted.
I disagree. Apes are very meticulous at cleaning their fur. That is well known about chimps, gorillas, monkeys. They all pick fur, and they groom each other. And if you'll go back, I don't think it looks that way. To be honest, this looks like there's a patch of hair missing, and it runs down the back.
Sasquatch, or is there room for skepticism, with some suggesting a potential hoax
I'm still
involving a
skeptical.
person in an elaborate costume?
But the muscle
Personally, I'm
definition,
tempted to believe it could be a hoax unless there's some explanation for how the creature's fur looks like
It's
it just
strange.
walked out of the dry cleaners when it actually lives in a place that leaves fur dirty and matted. Perhaps this is just me being difficult, but what do you think?
I'd like
This
to know where
next
that was
footage
captured
features
at.
a quiet night in the Swiss woodlands and a lone man braving the darkness. Suddenly, eerie screams pierce the tranquil air, resembling the haunting cries of children. The unsettling sounds send
Oh, God.
shivers down his spine, and a wave of fear washes over him. Faced with this
So for background information, when you hear like screams like that in the woods, you need to honestly be watching out for like mountain lions. They make like a really high pitched scream and it's creepy.
chilling scenario, the man, too terrified to investigate further, retreats to the safety of his home. Now here's the question. What would you have done in such a spine-tingling situation? Would you have summoned the courage to venture deeper into the mysterious forest, or would the instinct for self-preservation have guided you back to the comforting glow of your home? Above all, what do you think he stumbled into? Child abduction, or did he encounter spirits or malevolent beings like skinwalkers who were just trying to take advantage? Share your thoughts with me in the comments section. Before you watch the next clip, could you please hit the like button, subscribe, and even drop a comment if you haven't already? It goes a long way to make it possible to create more videos for you. Thank you for doing so. Moving back to the day's episode. Now, what are we looking at here? A creature with the head of a fish, the upper torso of a human, and a fishtail.
That ain't real, y'all.
Just when we thought we'd seen it all, this hybrid creature emerges, resembling something concocted in a lab. The creature appears lifeless, its hand seemingly affixed to its back. Unfortunately, there isn't much information available on this creature, so we cannot definitely say if it's real or a fabrication. However, one thing is for sure, the prospect of sharing the same planet with a creature like this is something most would find unsettling.
Oh, snap.
During a heavy flood in Peru, a reporter was climbing stairs while filming when his camera
Okay, I have posted this one on my TikTok channel before. This is freaky, y'all.
captured something intriguing. It appears that the reporter may not have even noticed that she'd caught something on camera as she continued talking while the camera briefly focused on the mysterious figure. The creature in question appears humanoid with dark skin, crawling
Look
on
at
the
that.
stairs and following the woman. According to the residents of the area, they believe this creature resides in the waters and has been washed up on land during the flood. While many are excited about the prospects of this being nothing but a paranormal being, some were quick to point out that it might simply be a man who was on the verge of succumbing to hypothermia.
I've thought
Take a
about
close
that
look
myself.
at the footage. Which do you think it is? So picture this. I'm chilling at the park, just soaking in the vibes, right? Then out of the blue, I see something weird happening across the street. I grab my phone and start recording, and you won't believe what I caught. That's the story of the man who recorded the footage you're seeing. If you pay attention, you'll see that there's this ghostly figure decked out in a robe, casually strolling down the street like it's the most normal thing in the world. The eerie part, it's like it's taking the most cautious steps ever, making the whole thing even spookier. I'm telling you, the vibe went from chill park day to a full-on ghost hunt. The figure, draped in that mysterious robe, turned the street into something straight out of a supernatural flick. And yeah, those deliberate slow steps tell me you've seen something creepier. Now I'm left here wondering, what's the deal with this ghostly character? Is it on some ancient quest, or did it just take a wrong turn in the afterlife? It's a wild mystery that's got my brain buzzing.
That's crazy, y'all.
Here's a spooky tale for you. Two friends having a chill night on the beach when things take a mysterious turn. So there they are, just
What?
soaking in the tranquility of the night, maybe unwinding from
Is
the
that
day's
naked
stress,
person?
when something caught their attention. It was enough to make them both snap around
Oh,
and,
shoot.
without a
Sorry about
second
that,
thought, bolt away in sheer terror. What caused this panic? A strange, pale creature emerged from the darkness,
It's a
quietly making
naked
its way toward them.
man.
This humanoid figure had long, eerily crooked legs and arms that dangled oddly. Picture something straight out of a horror movie right there on the beach with them. No hesitation, those poor guys hit the panic button and zoomed out of there as their lives depended
For
on
real.
it. Watching this clip, I
I
can't
said
blame
that was a
them. Can
naked
you?
bum. Shit.
A woman is chilling at home with her dog, thinking everything is normal when suddenly she hears some strange noises coming from one of the rooms. Now, being the brave soul she is, she decides to investigate. Little did she know her whole reality was about to somersault.
Uh-oh.
As she cautiously makes her way to the source of the noise, she's probably expecting a raccoon or maybe a mischievous cat. But oh no, it's way weirder than that. She finds her dog not on all fours like usual, but standing upright on 2 feet. And that's not even the jaw-dropping part. The two-legged dog has figured out how to operate doors. Yeah, you heard that right. It opens the door like it's just another Tuesday afternoon. And when it spots the human, it swiftly shuts the door as if to say, nothing to see here, move along. Now the woman is left there screaming at the closed door, her jaw probably somewhere near the floor and wondering, was that my dog?
What would y'all do if your dog peeked out, opened the door in the bedroom, peeked out, looked at you, then closed it back?
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
She's convinced it's a skinwalker. I mean, come on, how does a regular dog master door knob turning and door shutting? It's like your everyday pet crossed into the twilight zone. Unless you can prove that your
like, oh,
dog
shit,
is
I'm in
similar,
trouble.
I may have to go
I'm
with
supposed
her
to be locked
hypothesis.
up.
On that note, if you still haven't liked, commented, or subscribed to the channel yet, please do so now before I send that creature after you. On a more serious note, it really helps out a ton and gives us the opportunity to keep making these videos for you, so please do so and share this video with your friends and family. Thank you very much. The Matrix is a movie that not only captivated audiences with its mind-bending narrative, but also left us questioning the very fabric of reality. And now, here we are in the real world, pondering whether we might be living in a coded existence. So check this out. A man at a train station doing a perplexing dance of falling and getting up, falling and getting up. Now that alone might raise an eyebrow, but what
got
takes it
something
to
wrong
the
with
next
him.
level is that this guy is not just tripping randomly. No, sir. He's falling at the same spot in the same way with the same reaction every single time. Now, before you start thinking he's just practicing some avant-garde dance routine, the theorists are throwing around a different idea. They're suggesting that this man's seemingly repetitive actions are no ordinary clumsiness. Instead, they're labeling it as a glitch in the Matrix. It's like reality is stuck on a loop, and he's unwittingly become the star of this glitchy show. What do you think, though? A true glitch in the Matrix, or simply a man who may be on drugs?
The former. I mean the latter.
You know that uneasy feeling of someone watching you when you're walking
Oh,
in the
y'all
dark,
see that?
but you turn and nothing is there? How would you feel if you turned and saw something? Imagine how petrified you would be. Well, in this footage, this man didn't have to imagine it because he had experienced it, at least in part. He'd gone for a walk one night with his dog to take a breather when he felt eyes upon him. Turning around, he found a pair of glowing eyes staring straight at him past the dog that was just behind him. The creature was
Y'all.
concealed in the darkness, but judging
I want y'all to look at something. Look at the width on the dog's eyes. Now look at the width on this thing's eyes. Whatever that is, it's big. It's possibly a bear. You know, don't jump to conclusions here. I mean, whatever it is, it's big.
by the size of the eyes, it must have been something quite substantial. That leaves us and
Imagine
anyone
a
else
bear
who has
walking
seen
up
the
on
footage
behind you in the
wondering,
middle of the
what
night.
exactly could that be?
I bet that scared him to death.
Now let me introduce you to a creature that seems straight out of a fairy tale, the screaming, hairy armadillo. Yeah, you heard it right, and no, it's not a creature of fiction, but a real living being. These peculiar beings are known for their vocalizations that can only be described as screaming. Imagine a hairy armadillo whose defense mechanism is being too annoying to eat. It screams till whatever is trying to eat it just loses interest or is startled. That's the creature on your screen. The idea of extraterrestrial life visiting Earth has been a topic of fascination and debate for years. Now, in this intriguing footage, we have a piece of that mysterious puzzle.
What?
Picture this: a little girl innocently descending a staircase, all while being filmed by an unknown person. As she steps outside into the silent night, something catches the camera's attention: a strange creature lurking behind a tree. This being possessed pale skin and large dark eyes, resembling the classic description of an alien. Now the big question arises: could this be a genuine encounter with extraterrestrial entities, or is it...
Guys, we're going to run through about 2 or 3 more of these, and then I'm going to call it on here. And if you want to, come and watch the whole thing, you're welcome to come over here to Classified Captures. It's their newest upload. It says Chilling Trail Cam Compilation. Viewer discretion advised.
perhaps a well-executed prank? A trail cam owner in Washington uploaded his footage when he saw what he had
I
captured.
posted this one. This one is wild. I mean, it's a giant hairy person.
In this footage, we can see a dense forest in the midst of the night, but a few moments later, something walks by among the trees. It was a huge being taking strong strides on its 2 legs.
You can even see its
The creature
ear.
is covered in dark fur, so it blends
Right.
perfectly with the night.
There you guys, like right here. That's its ear. There's its hand. That you can see like the skin under the fur.
However, you can make out its outline, which resembles a Bigfoot. Is it really one, or is something else entirely? We'll update you as soon as we can confirm.
That would be creepy. I'd like to know where that was exactly at. He said Washington.
In our ever-evolving world, new and undiscovered creatures continue to emerge, awaiting exploration and recognition. Such is the case of this next footage. An Australian man was jogging in the morning when he came across a strange creature on the ground. The creature had a huge head and a long tail with small black eyes. Its skin was semi-transparent. It looked undeveloped and looked like an undeveloped sea creature washed onto the land. However, when scientists came across the footage, they were unable to identify the creature. I almost thought it was a squid, but I was sharply reprimanded. So I turned to you guys. What do you think we're dealing with here?
I don't know what that was.
Imagine the delightful world of rabbits, those adorable creatures with their fluffy fur and unmistakably large ears. They're a bundle of cuteness that has found a special place in the hearts of many. However, what do you do when a rabbit is as big as a dog?
Oh my god.
I present to you the Flemish giants. They are a type of rabbits that are bred for their meat. However, some individuals have chosen to keep these colossal bunnies as pets, and the decision is not without reason. And just like the small ones, these huge bunnies are just as cute.
Wow.
Now, this is one for the books. In the mystical realm of the internet, back in 2017, a Facebook user named Kelly embarked on a stroll through the woods, casually filming herself. Little did she know, her video would unveil something extraordinary: 2 tiny, dark figures making their way through the same woods.
Oh, it looks like little prairie dogs.
The online world exploded with speculation as netizens let their imaginations run wild. Some threw out the possibility of these creatures being little people, while others concocted a myriad of theories to explain the mysterious figures. Looking at it, I don't believe they're little people, but then again, it's the kind of stuff that fuels late-night conversations and stirs the pot of paranormal enthusiasts. So I throw it to you. What do you think this is?
This little prairie dog. Go through a few more. We'll call it.
This encounter certainly sounds like something straight out of a cryptozoology or paranormal thriller.
Okay, so it's something, a dog or what?
A group of people standing by the lake spot a creature on the opposite shore.
Oh,
At first glance,
shit.
everyone agrees
That
that it
is not a
resembles dog,
creature.
which is peculiar in itself.
that's a fisherman.
Oh, la verga!
However, the shocker comes when, after a few moments, the creature does something wholly unexpected. It stands up on its hind legs. This sudden transformation from a four-legged animal to a bipedal
disagree.
figure
I think
is
it's like a
enough to leave
fisherman or
anyone
something.
dumbfounded. But as with all cryptid sightings, there's room for skepticism and further investigation. Was this truly a face-to-face encounter with the elusive dogman, or could there be a more rational explanation for this perplexing event? Tell us what you think in the comments section. The world of social media is no stranger to the eerie and unsettling, and this TikTok
That's
user's
weird.
video is a prime example. In this hair-raising footage, the user returns home after running an errand only to be confronted by a nightmarish sight. Inside his own house, a devilish-looking figure with glowing eyes is peering out from behind a glass window. The figure stares at him, unblinking and otherworldly, before eventually turning its back and vanishing into the darkness of
would
the house.
freak out.
What's particularly chilling about this account is that the TikTok user claims to live alone, seemingly ruling out the possibility of a prank
That's not a
or someone
person.
else being responsible for the eerie apparition. Not to sound over the top, but I think this guy needs holy water in his home. Before you watch the next clip, could you please hit the like button, subscribe, and even drop a comment if you haven't already? It goes a long way to make it possible to create more videos
All right,
for
last
you.
one, guys.
Thank you for doing so. Moving back to the day's episode. The classic someone's watching me in the woods scenario. This time, it's a lone explorer taking a stroll through the wilderness who
That's
gets that
strange.
hair-raising sensation that they are not alone. Trusting their instincts, they reach for their camera, focus, and there it is. Behind the thick bushes, a creature lurking, concealing itself behind a tree.
Maybe a bear.
This cryptid shares the classic features often associated with the legendary Bigfoot,
Bear,
dog
sloth.
fur, and the ability to stand on two legs. It's definitely a scary moment when you realize you might be in the presence of one of the most iconic
Wow.
cryptids of them all. Don't you think?
One more. I'm telling you guys, you start watching stuff. It's
Well,
addictive.
it's that time again, folks. Another glimpse into the world of cryptids, and this time
What?
it's the ever-elusive Bigfoot.
Look at the mass.
So what's the deal this time? In this footage, we get a peek at a creature
It's
deep
massive.
within the woods. It's got this shaggy brown fur and massive arms, and
Lion-headed.
it stands tall, like a towering 7 to 8.
Oh my God, that is so weird. You know, in the Bible, there's the mighty men of Moab, and they have faces like lions. That's exactly what that is, y'all.
feet. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Could it just be a gorilla? Well, the plot thickens. See, the area where this fella was spotted isn't known to host gorillas or apes. And here's the kicker. This creature was standing on two upright legs, not the typical hind legs of a bear, so that pretty much
it's
rules out
massive.
our usual suspects. All signs seem to point to the one and only explanation, Bigfoot. What do you think? Is this
No.
the real deal, or do we have another
Look.
cryptid mystery?
That is a face of a lion, y'all. Wow. So, that was absolutely crazy. So if you want to watch the full thing, head over to Classified Captures. It's their newest upload. So that's gonna be it for this week, guys. We'll see you Monday. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope I introduced you to a new hobby of mine is to really watch the trail cams. The trail cams can be very crazy, like what comes out on the trail cams. You never know. You may capture a deer. You may capture a bear or a lion or anything, and then you get those weird ones. Like some of the ones we seen were very weird. And then some of them are just people trying to get famous. And then you even had the naked bum, the dad walking up on the beach. So anyway, it's been the Jbizzle show. Y'all have a good evening. I hope you enjoy.